Hello, everyone, and welcome to Littlefield Live Streaming. Tonight's show is Whiplash. Now, please welcome your host, Shalewa Sharpe.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Whiplash. How you guys doing? Look, I'm Shalewa. I'm bogarting my way into your homes, onto your phones, and I'm bringing a comedy show with me. So I hope there's room. We've all been sanitized with one Clorox wipe that we've all used. It's a holy wipe, though. It's getting all the germs, and we're thrilled to be here with you. How are you doing? How are you doing? You know, how are you holding up? How
Oh shit, just popping in.
Oh, hi, Courtney.
Hi. Oh hey. This is like one of those TV shows where I'm like, oh hey.
Yeah, this is Courtney Fearrington, everyone. He's one of my best friends. He's an extremely funny fella. Yeah, no, you're a very funny fella. Yep. And he literally just slid into the sitcom, like the neighbor from behind the fence. He just showed up.
Howdy ho, good neighbor.
And I was just checking in on our Whiplash attendees to see how they were holding up, how their vision board is looking. I imagine we've all made some changes to our vision boards. Just, how are you doing? How are you doing, Courtney?
I'm doing good. I jumped in a little bit early, on deck and up to bat. I don't know baseball, so.
No, that's not your sport.
No, not at all. I'm holding it together as much as I can really hold it together,
Sure. We talk a lot. Yeah. And I feel
Shout out Marco Polo.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Really, my best work has been in personal video-based phone calls. I'm sorry the rest of you aren't there to see them, but it's really great. Very emotive. I've definitely learned how to work my eyes, and that's good in this new mask society that we're going to be living in. But I'm looking at you now, and I realize that this may be the first time I've seen you in a new shirt. I feel like we've seen each other in a series of the same 3 shirts over and over the past like 6 weeks.
Yeah, no, I usually put on my, let me call Shalewa sweatshirt.
I'm so happy to have a sweatshirt named after me.
I'm sitting around in a raggedy t-shirt, which you can see, but I'm just like, all right, it's chilly. Let me put on I'm about to call Shalewa sweatshirt. And I took a shower. Shout out to you guys for letting me take a shower for this. I took a shower for this and put on a shirt that I have not put on in a couple of weeks.
And does it still fit?
Yes, it does fit. However, I ordered a couple a long time ago. At the beginning of all of this, and delivery process has been slow. I just got them, and 2 of them were button-up shirts, and I put them on, and they fit. But it's been so long since I've seen this in a collar. I just stood in the mirror, and I was just like, I don't think that's right. I don't think this is
that's not how shirts are supposed to fit.
What's wrong with the neck? Why is there no drawstrings? I hate it.
Well, when it comes to clothing, I've learned something about myself through this whole thing, and that is that I am an underpants person.
Okay.
Like
every day.
I need to have on underpants. I need panties because they're like my sundial. Like they let me know when it's day and when it's night.
Okay.
And I feel like I can think better when all of my underpinnings are with the support.
Like, okay.
And we're getting a lot of information, right? And we have to discern what's real, what's fake, what's useful. And like for the first 2 weeks, I was out here free and easy and just thinking about, my life and having an existential crisis every
That's real.
day. And that changed when I put panties back on. I was like, nope, I got a purpose. I got things to do.
Underwear gave you a will to live. You're like, okay,
Yes,
nope, we
it
out
really
here.
did. It really did. So
What,
I definitely.
do you do A teams and B teams? Do you have you got
Yes.
like
So I
are you wearing A teams?
No. I started C teams. C teams were like in a container under the bed. I started with those.
No, I'm wearing C teams too. Those are the ones that they're like, these might not make it back to another wash.
No, no, these are definitely, I'm trying these out to see if they can be moved to like a B- team, or if they're only pandemic underwear. Do you know?
Look at you with you got the minor league panties.
Yeah,
you got the minor league underwear.
Yeah, you definitely bring them up, you got to rotate. But no, the A team, that's when I know it's definitely time to do laundry, when I am like, oh, it's only A. A is for when we're free. When we get free, I put on the A's.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah, look good, feel good. Put on those A's.
Right.
Straight out of the house.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna waste it on my, my furtive trips to the grocery store when I'm nervous.
Yeah.
But
my
Go ahead.
No, my C teams have like one of the legs might not have elastic, and then the other one might, or or just like at the end of the day, I'm just like, okay, so the whole crotch blew out. Got it.
Yeah, there's definitely, yeah. No, I'm not wearing pants, but I am wearing panties. I'm wearing,
so that's different. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm wearing skirts or dresses or house coats or what have you, or a tank. Yeah. It doesn't, but it's not, I haven't really put pants on, but I am still wearing underpants. I still need to, you're too free. You're going to be reckless.
Yeah.
You're going to be reckless with no underpants on.
I spent a few weeks reckless with no underpants, just basketball shorts. I was just like, why didn't I do this more? And then after a while, I was like, I should do this less. I should do this less.
No. Yeah, I'm an adult. I can't just keep being out here all breezy. I once dated a dude who broke up with me right after we had sex. And as I realized what he was saying, what he was starting to say, I stopped him and I said, wait, I've got to find my panties, because I'm not going to have that discussion with you like bare-assed. You know what I mean? I paid taxes.
Let me put on base layer, and then
then I can think this through, because otherwise you're going to get pure emotion, and that's no good.
Right. Also, it prompts you to just leave better when you're like, you know what? I already got my underwear on. I'm out.
Yes, you absolutely can. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this show started, Courtney. I'm so glad that you checked in on me.
I mean, I'm glad that I got to drop in and talk to you on the Zoom thing. With the young people Zoom thing.
Yeah. That's Courtney Fearrington, everyone. He can be found on all of the social media stuff that we are living through at Big C Comedy. We do a thing together called Thug Passion Presents. And what else you want to say, Courtney, before I kick you off?
I'm also gonna post a video of maybe post a video if Instagram lets me, of me ripping out of my C teams like Hollywood Hogan rips out of his t-shirt. Like,
okay, that's for like IG After Dark, my friend.
Is there an IG After Dark? Me and Nelly gonna be in there. Got it.
I think so.
IG Uncut. I'm gonna do an IG version of Tip Drill. All right.
Bye. Thanks. Bye, Courtney. Thanks so much. That's Courtney Fearrington, everyone. So I'm gonna bring up another comedian for you. He's very funny. He's been seen on, I feel like he's been seen on like Comedy Central, right? Has he been there? Haven't we all? He's probably been seen in like his car somewhere. I don't know. Why are you stalking us, everyone? Please welcome to the Zoom stage, Chris Garcia, everybody. Hey, Chris.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Thanks for having me. I hope everyone's good. Having a good Cinco de Mayo. I mean, I love Cinco de Mayo, and I'm so sad that I can't go out to a bar tonight. That I hired a white guy in a sombrero to stand outside my window and yell, "Woo! Fucking Cinco de Drinko!" till he blacks out. So that's fun. So it's gonna feel real authentic. I don't have anything against white guys. I just wish they loved Mexicans as much as they love celebrating Cinco de Mayo. I think that would be so dope. Anyway, I hope y'all are good in New York. I'm here in Los Angeles. I don't know if you guys have heard, but the beaches are closed, which fucking sucks, dude. Straight up bullshit, dude. That's my fucking fundamental fucking right as a fucking American to fucking shred the gnar whenever the fuck I want, dude. If I want to go fucking thrill a gorilla on some fucking grommets, that's what I gotta fucking do, and you're fucking taking it away from me. Just kidding. I do love the beach, and it sucks to me that I can't go to Venice Beach right now. I think that's bullshit. Where is one supposed to buy a painting of Jim Morrison with his arm around an alien smoking weed in a Raiders jersey? Where the hell am I supposed to go for that? I'll tell you where. Right here. I drew one myself. I am selling it because all of my gigs have been canceled. So you can buy this for, maybe a Clorox wipe or $700. And sure, Jim Morrison looks a little more like Harrison Ford with a cholo teardrop, but I don't know. That's my style. I guess that's my style. I'm a little nervous about money right now. I'm not good with money, as you could probably tell by my oil painting of Seal that I own. Do not make wise choices, even though I love that painting. So I'm trying to figure everything out. And I'm just trying to take care of my family and stuff. I'm a little worried about my mom is 75, but she's tough. My mom, let's see, how would I describe my mom? First of all, she's 4'8". She's so small, she looks far away. Like, she should have a little sign on her that says Cubans in the mirror may be closer than they appear. But she's a gangster. Like, I check on her like twice a day, and I'm like, "Mom, is everything okay?" And she's like, "I'm a fucking refugee from Cuba. I was born for this shit." So this is nothing for her. I think that the kind of toughest thing for me has been to keep her away from church. As a little Latina lady, she goes to church 7,000 times a week. That's how many times she goes. And, and she goes to, she doesn't go to like those mega churches. She doesn't go to one of those, those things with like, there's 2,000 seats and there's a Jumbotron, and they're always named like Cornerstone or Crosswinds or the Chick-fil-A No Homo Dome. They always have some like weird name. My mom doesn't go to a big American suburban megachurch. She goes to a little Latino boogie down church. I don't know if you've seen them. They're kind of like on the street. It's like half party supply store and the other half is also a party supply store. Like, it's a party in there. And everyone's got a tambourine. There's a sweaty pastor. He's playing the keyboard like all, and everyone's like speaking in tongues, just like screaming Beetlejuice back and forth. Like, my mom goes to like one of those churches, the kind with like a mural of the Virgin Mary flying a toucan over Dodger Stadium. Like, that's her Steve. So her faith in the Lord is strong. But I finally convinced her not to go. I was like, God will come to you, and so please don't stop going to church. And then she was like, okay, fine, but can I go to McDonald's? I think she loves McDonald's even more than she loves God, which is a lot to say. But my mom's got a good attitude. She's kind of like the queen of gallows humor. Like, she told me that the other day that she was convinced that my dad, who died 3 years ago, invented the coronavirus, so she couldn't go outside and meet a new husband. So she is she's hilarious and taking it all in stride. I am quarantining right now. I'm at home, locked down with my wife. My wife is white. She's real white. She's Joe Biden. I don't know what happened there. Doesn't Joe Biden seem like the old guy at the gym that blow dries his balls, like right in the entryway? Like, you just walk in, he's just like, He looks you right in the eye, all creepy. He has a strange energy, that man. No, my wife is not Joe Biden, but she is from Iowa, which is not very diverse. I was there for Christmas, and I was the only black guy there. I was the only black guy they had ever seen. They were like, "Are you Scottie Pippen? Like, read a book, Jesus, and pick a handsomer guy next time." But she's dope. She's very nice. She's very tall. She's 6'2", which is true, and I'm 5 foot dinklage. I am not tall, and she just like she towers over me, like she straight up dunks on me, and you know it's kind of cute. I mean, we look like a YouTube video of unlikely animal friends. Like we look like a giraffe and a baby koala just going on little mass adventures to Trader Joe's together. But we make it work, and we have a good attitude about it. Like for Halloween, we always incorporate it into our Halloween costumes. One year we were the movie Twins, which is dope. And then I don't know if you guys remember the show Home Improvement, but one year she was the neighbor Wilson, and I was the fence. I was just a white picket fence. And then she would just stand behind me like this, and she wouldn't even have to get on her tippy toe. She was just hidey ho right there. But I don't know. It's cool. I'm always Little Spoon, which is nice during a pandemic. I have to say, I just feel safe all the time, and I can't really. Big Spoon just is stupid. I just look like Yoda getting a piggyback ride from Luke Skywalker. Like, just looks ridiculous. But yeah, some things are kind of weird like that. Like I have to get up on my tippy toes to kiss her. Like sex is weird. Like I can't 69. We can't 69. Like I can get my dick sucked while I kiss her stomach. That's the best I can do. I mean, I have to do something. I just can't sit there and just be like, oh. I mean, sometimes I'll pick the lint out of her belly button. I gotta make myself useful. It's physically, I can't even reach it. I am socially distancing from her pussy. It's that far away from me. It just looks like I'm fucking free soloing every time I try to grab it from here. I just look, oh, it's a long way down. Like I should have brought a rope for this. Yeah, I mean, she's really nice, and sometimes it's weird because she forgets. I don't know. There's always reminders that we're in an interracial relationship. Like one time we were having sex, and she said, "Speak Spanish to me." Yeah, she was like, it was funny. It wasn't even before. It wasn't even like, it's hot when you speak Spanish. It was like during sex, she's like, "Speak Spanish to me." And I was like, what is this, a fucking raid? I know my rights. And it felt weird because I don't know. You know, it's a thing. There's some white girls that have a Latin fetish, like, and it's pretty obvious. Like they'll corner you at a party and be like, "So Chris, I hear from Los Angeles. I live in Santa Monica, but I'm originally from Chicago," and sometimes they're kind of sneaky though. Like you don't know they have a fetish until they put a sombrero on your head and they're like, "Let the rhythm take you over by that moment," But I decided, I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna speak Spanish to her. So I started with the basics. I thought it would be fun. So I was like, ooh, I did that, a couple of those. Ay, qué niña más mala. No me miras así con esos ojos tan azules, esa piel tan blanca, esas piernas tan largas y fuertes. Ven aquí, bésame. She was super into it. And then I'm not a big dirty talker, so I started running out of shit to say. So I'm like, oh, mira la lámpara, mira la cama, mira que, I just start naming objects in the room. Que cama más grande. Ay, mira el baño tan sucio. ¿Por qué el baño está tan sucio? Yo lo limpié la semana pasada y ya está limpio. Por favor, por tu madre, por favor, limpia el baño. She has no fucking idea what I'm saying. Her Spanish is so bad. She thinks I'm Pablo Neruda speaking sexy rhymes right now. And so I just start saying whatever off the dome. So I say, voy a poner un montón de periódico chino en tu Nissan Altima, which means I'm going to stuff a bunch of Chinese newspapers in your Nissan Altima. And it was the best sex we ever had. It was amazing because we both won. Like she got her Latin lover fantasy and I got to ask her boobs where the library is. Yeah, I just said, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for having me. I had a lot of fun. You guys enjoy the rest of the show, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Chris. I'm really enjoying the idea of him talking about 69ing at 4:20 in the afternoon in LA. I don't know. I don't know why. That just made me laugh a lot. Let's keep it going. There's no need of me slowing this down. I got stuff to do also. I don't need to be here all night. Don't leave me. So I'm going to bring your next comic up to the Zoom stage. Please welcome everybody, Stephen Castillo. Hi, Stephen.
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm actually in my girlfriend's apartment right now.
Okay, she knows that, right?
Oh yeah, she's right here. She's playing Animal Crossing.
Oh, okay. I see you. Animal Crossing. Yeah. Okay.
This is actually her first time ever seeing me do stand-up. So this is gonna be
this is the worst. Make or break a relationship. Great.
Yeah, this is it. It's all gonna this is the most important 8 minutes of my life. But it's great to be here because she's the best girlfriend in the world because she actually lets me play NBA 2K in her apartment.
Oh, that is very nice of her.
Yeah, it's not even been like a year and she's already letting me do that. So I'm
man.
You
can't let her go, man.
I can't let her go for sure. Yeah. But have you been like catching up with like people like any like friends like on Zoom? Like I'm like been talking to like a lot of my old friends.
Yeah, I've heard from some old people, some instant conversations suddenly where I haven't seen their faces in forever, and now I do.
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot, actually. I actually got to talk to one of my old friends from Florida recently.
Oh, yeah?
On Zoom chat, and I actually recorded the whole conversation, and it was really, he's like, you probably know him because he's like a celebrity. Oh. Is it cool if I show you guys what the conversation I had with my friend?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, great. Let me just share the screen here real quick. All right. This is my background. All right, this is the conversation I had with a good old friend of mine. You probably recognize him.
What the fuck are you taking out on me, motherfucker? Angel shit. The show is crazy. Yeah, but it's so crazy. Keep watching. That's why it's good. One thing I will say. What's that? There's not a shred of doubt in my mind that baby's husband is Tiger Shushimi right now.
Hey, you would know something about getting rid of a spouse, huh? You killed Nicole.
Take care, and I hope you find something better to watch.
All right, Juice. I'll talk to you later. I love you. Bye. All right, that was my good friend OJ Simpson.
Wow, that was something. I'm glad you guys are still close.
Yeah, he's a little too active on social media.
Sure, sure.
So it's always fun to exploit that.
Yeah.
But do you I don't know, I do kind of miss going to work a lot. I do like I work at SNL, and I miss all the old cast members and stuff like that.
Sure.
I haven't like really seen them, and they all love me there. I love everybody there. I like to pull pranks on the cast sometimes.
Yeah.
And it looks like I got a text. You know what? It looks like nobody in the Zoom chat was able to hear the volume in that video. Great. So that was 2 minutes of everybody hearing nothing. Okay, that is fantastic. Wow, we should have checked that. Well, you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna do no videos and not risk that.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I figured it out. I am so sorry. Okay. This is I'm going to show, this is a little prank that I pulled on Kenan Thompson real
Okay.
quick. And he's what a great guy. And this is what happened with me and Kenan Thompson. All right.
Stop. No. Stop.
You know, he's such a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love
Yeah.
Kenan. Love him so much. Yeah. They're just like us, normal people, you know?
They really are. They really are.
Yeah. So did the sound work? I think I got, all right, good deal.
Yep.
Oh boy. What's your morning routine like? Do you have one? Like, do you actually, I've been doing a bad job. I've been ordering too much food.
Really?
Have you been like making food at home?
I am trying to see how many different ways you can scramble an egg. Turns out only two.
Turns out only two?
Only two.
Yeah, I've never I tried the other ways besides, what was the other, we're sunny side up, they're scrambled.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I tried over easy one time and it was a disaster.
Yeah, it's never over easy.
Yeah, never over easy. Yeah. But yeah, I've been doing that a little too much. Have you actually gone on walks though?
Have I done what? Gone on what? No.
Really?
No, I don't. Why would I go out there? That's where
Right?
people are.
Right.
That's
No,
that's where. No, I tend to stand in my window, which is like garden level, so I'm at foot level. So I see everyone's shoes,
yeah.
and then I just kind of scowl. I'm just getting ready for my elder years, where I just sit somewhere and just judge everyone walking by. So that's kind of what I've been doing. It's been real nice.
That's good. Yeah, I turned my fire escape into a balcony. Am I not? Is that allowed?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I've just been. I mean, because it's like the only way I'm able to actually like breathe actual air.
Right.
You know, and
Mhm.
going out so it's been good. I went on my first walk last week and it felt like I was doing something dirty.
Right. It
Like I was
feels.
like illegal. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't feel right. I felt like I was supposed to be inside.
Right. So all right, let's see. They're saying that my volume was a little low, but I'm gonna try one more video and see if
okay.
yeah, just because I didn't prepare anything else. So this has been my morning routine since all this stuff has happened. All right, so let's see here. All right, my morning routine.
I really don't know how to make a breakfast.
That happens to me every morning. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I believe it. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah,
That's
appreciate it.
beautiful.
Appreciate it. Okay, it works now. Thank the fucking Lord. Good Lord. Yeah. Have you been watching any of the not the OJ documentary, but the Michael Jordan documentary by any chance?
No, what I've been listening to is my roommate in his room listening to it and reacting to it.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I'll just be in the living room or my bedroom and I just suddenly hear a, oh, and I'm like, ooh, someone revealed something spicy.
Right. Spicy. There's a lot of spice. I think it's the best way to describe documentary as spicy.
Yes, very spicy from what I can tell. Yeah.
In the commercial, they showed that they had all these celebrities in the documentary, like Carmen Electra, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Justin Timberlake. And it was just like, whoa, this is like going to be insane. But some of the people that they use is like, Justin Timberlake was on last week and like he only had one scene and it was like, when I was a kid, I used to like his shoes and that was it. The only reason you put in Justin Timberlake, what a waste of time.
Well, yeah, that's all we really need to hear from him, I think.
Right.
Also, when he was a kid, well, who cares?
Right.
He was a kid, he was rich. What?
He was rich, right? He could afford all of them. So
All of them.
Right. All right. Well, I'm going to try one more.
Okay.
This is so I've been stuck in quarantine for a while, you know. I just like, so it gives me a lot of free time to like work on some of my music.
Okay.
You know, because I'm also a musician.
Of course.
Thank you. Yeah, you knew that, but not everybody else knows that. But so I'm working on my quarantine song. All right, this is 3 weeks into quarantine. I wrote this song about my experience, and this is the song. All right.
Today I tried to suck my dick.
All right, that's the song.
I think you got a classic on your hands.
That's a classic? Okay,
I think
great.
so. I think you do.
I'm secretly still reeling from the fact that I showed that OJ video to no one. Yeah, and you lost so many followers. Everyone's so confused. But
it's fine. All you got to do is see OJ. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. That was the joke. Once you see
that's the joke.
And it just went downhill from there. All right. Well, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for dropping in.
Yeah, sorry for the technical difficulties.
No problem. I think life right now was one huge technical difficulty.
Amen. Wow, beautifully said. All right, have a good one.
You too.
All right, bye.
That was Stephen Castillo, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Technical difficulties or not, he is writing music and he has a girlfriend that plays Animal Crossing, so he's kind of winning. I'm going to bring your next comedian up to the Zoom stage. She's one of my favorite comics out here working these days. I mean, can I even say that? Are we working? I mean, I assume she's probably working. She has skills. She can do things with her hands. Please welcome to the Zoom stage, Jordan Jensen. Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Shalewa.
How are you?
Woo, I'm wearing makeup and it is spooky to see myself like this. This is weird.
I put on mascara and I think my eye is breaking out just at the idea of it. I think
yeah,
so. I'm
dude,
glad I wear glasses.
Yeah. Huh? This is I've been walking around this entire time like a robe and like a slip, just like a haunted widow, just sweeping through the apartment. It's really not good, but this feels a little scarier. I feel like I should have children. This is very spooky.
I truly hope I remember to wash my face.
Certainly not.
Week.
No. Oh my God. I can't even. I really thought that this was going to be a time for when I would learn how to like floss, but not doing it. Not doing it at all. I hate flossing. When you floss, your gums bleed. So why would you bother doing that? You know what I mean? It's not a good time.
I had part of a tooth fall out of my head. So that's how I'm dealing with this.
Did you during quarantine?
Yeah.
Which one?
It was one of the back ones.
Fuck them. Are you kidding me?
It already had like a filling in it, so I guess it was probably half done. But yeah,
if it's the back, who gives a fuck? And if it's in the front, then you can get a gold filling and you're good either way.
Yeah, I literally was brushing my teeth and then it just fell out, and I went, "Well, sure." And
yeah, so be it.
Why wouldn't it?
I
don't want to be here either, tooth.
I dated this like super country guy, and one time we were talking and he pulled his tooth out in front of me while we were talking. It was the hottest thing I've ever seen a man do. It was crazy.
What did he use?
He was like, he used a Leatherman. That a Leatherman is like the pliers attached to the knife.
Yeah.
And we were talking and he pulls out the Leatherman and he rips the tooth out, and I was like, whoa, why did you just what made you just do that? And he was like, oh, because my tooth hurt. And I was like, well, why don't you just go to a dentist? And then this is what he said. I swear to God, he goes, oh, I'll never let a man into my mouth. And I was like, okay. And which is so bizarre. Like, what does he think that happens at the dentist? Like, they're like, all right, filling one, your cavity's all fixed up, and you're gay. See ya. Also, I think there are female dentists.
Yeah. But I mean, would they know when to? They'd probably keep trying to save your teeth. You know what I mean?
Right.
A female's going to try to save it. A man's man knows when to let a tooth go.
It's true. It's very true. I couldn't believe it. I was very attracted to him. I can't lie. I'm into.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds terrifying. So also attractive. I get that.
It's just rugged, which just, that's what I'm. It just, even if there's a little bit of homophobia dabbled in there, I just what can you do? I'll take a hill person any day over these goddamn Brooklyn software engineers.
That's true. I since moving here, I really would like a mechanic. I don't even have a car anymore, but I would just like to know that
I
how
know.
to, you know what I mean? I just need, in case I do need to get a car, because I tend to get the kind of cars where I need to be sleeping with a mechanic.
No, I agree. I totally agree. I feel the same way. I'm bad. I'm not good with cars. I have a truck that breaks down every 5 minutes. I know. But the problem is I end up dating these dudes that are like that are scrappy. But then I have the 3 lesbian moms. So they end up meeting them and they're like, I don't know whether or not to be aroused or to like burn a cross in your yard. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, well, we can't keep doing this,
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm really sorry that your moms are going to go to hell. I've had them say that. And I'm like, I'm going to fuck you one more time, but then you're out of here.
But that's it. Maybe twice for good measure, but then no more.
I'm the guy I'm kind of dating right now he's a fixer of things, which is nice. I mean, he's like, I'm debating, when you start, so quarantine, you're dating somebody and you're like, we're fine. We're just going to hang out. We're going to fuck around. We're going to do whatever. It's not like I'm going to have to be stuck in a room with him for 24 hours a day. And then quarantine happened. And I'm like, oh, fuck my ass. What am I going to do here? So I let him fuck my ass. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm like in this debate right now where I'm like, do you want to be with the scrappy, stupid guy or like the intellectual with soft hands, right? And I'm kind of like, okay, the soft hands intellectual doesn't make me feel good about myself. Like I did my most recent before this guy was like an intellectual. And like, I remember one time I was like, I really like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And he was like, that's because the Coen brothers have convinced you into thinking that they're an artistic film and you've been brainwashed by the media. You know what I mean? On the other hand, the guy I'm dating now, not very intellectual. The other day he was like, I had a dream that both my arms were missing. And when I woke up, guess what? And I was like, your arms were asleep? And he was like, what are you, a wizard? How did you know? So it's like, you just feel better about yourself in general.
Right. Yeah. There's something to be said for dating a dumb guy, for sure. I mean,
gotta have a good day.
I don't think I could for too long.
Yeah, it just depends. It all depends on the sex. I got like to like we got like to like a 7 month of like fucking mark, and then a really crazy thing happened. Okay, I'm gonna say this is crazy because it's just me and you in my bedroom, right?
Absolutely no one else is paying attention.
This is nuts. Okay, 2 things happened. One, he allowed me to use the term daddy in bed, which was great. Okay, everything.
Okay.
I didn't think I was gonna be. I wanted to say it for years, but I couldn't say it while my dad was alive for some reason. I
understand that. Sure.
Right?
Yes.
I don't know what I thought. Like my dad was gonna like, I don't know, like turn the corner and be like, yeah, what's up? I'm here. But that was like the first thing that I was like, all right, this guy will let me say daddy. This is great. There was no judgment. I used Poppy as like a soft stepping stone a few weeks earlier, eased into daddy. I'm gonna make my way to father. But then a very recent thing happened where for the first time I squirted.
Really?
I know. Okay. So hear me out. I have literally like tried to write a million jokes about squirting because for years I was like, if a woman came up to me and was like, I'm Veronica and I've squirted, any other time I'd see her in my life, I'd be like, oh, there's Veronica the liar. But it's a real thing. You know what I mean? Like I was like, she has problems with her father. There's something wrong at home that she has to make it up, But it's a real thing and it happened. It's very strange. It feels like there's a balloon inside you and it breaks.
Yeah, no, there's a thing that I have learned while just sitting around getting older is that there are buttons in you that you did not know And so how would you know to even look for, like, how would you know to even try and find the spot where you squirt? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, unless it's quarantine and you're just like fucking around with an idiot.
Exactly.
You're like, the only thing we can do is stick your part inside my part because we got days to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you been
Absolutely.
fucking during quarantine?
Me?
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking before it. Why would I do it now?
I mean,
No.
a lot of people are just getting together to hump now, which is very bizarre.
Oh no. Unfortunately, I am not good at casual sex. And I wasn't good at casual sex when there really didn't seem to be anything to worry about that you couldn't take a pill for. But now knowing that there's a ventilator down the line, I am for sure not fucking anybody. Also,
No.
I'm only horny like a few days out of the month. And so, I mean, you really need to be like in my closet already. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm not searching. I'm not searching for it. I'm too old for that. My knees creak. Now, in fact, I don't go on walks or anything. So when I do any sort of physical activity, my knees get hot. That's a new quarantine thing. They just get
the hot knees.
Hot knees.
I've been like, my body is, I've been like, okay, I'm trying to like meditate. And I was like, okay, day one, this woman who I listen to, she always goes, she always goes, take a seat. And then she starts the meditation. And like day one, I was like, yeah, fucking, I'm going to take a seat right on your face, babe. I'm going to become the next Siddhartha Gautama. We're getting into this. And then day two, I was like, okay, I'm not going to take a seat. I'm going to take a lie down because now I'm just becoming enlightened to how much pain I'm in. And then day three, she's like, take a seat. And I'm like, I'm like making shit up about her. I'm like, you don't even know what meditation is. You fucking evade your taxes, you goddamn draft dodger. Hating this woman. I've never been so conscious of my age than in quarantine. It's crazy.
Yeah, it really brings it into focus.
I have one of my shoulders under this all taped up just from laying on it so long that it got all jacked up. It's really not okay. Also, I live with Ethan and Mike, and they just like every single day are working out. They just like every day they're like, all right, we're going to go to the park, we're going to exercise, and I just can't. I can't get.
No, I don't need that kind of chaos in my life.
No. It's really, it's absolutely insane. And they have like these rigid structures. And I'm like, I've eaten 2 cans of whipped cream today, and I don't regret a second of it. Okay. I feel like people are taking 2 ways. Half of the people are like, this is the time to, just like be chaotic, evil, ruin my life. And then the other half are like, I'm going to get my shit into gear. And I'm like a weird mixture of the 2. Like, I'm trying to meditate, but never in my life have I eaten more raw Nesquik. You know what I mean? I've also have developed like new forms of rage. Like I feel enlightened where I'm like, I'm reading my book, I'm trying meditation, but like, man, when my sister has this new baby and she'll like FaceTime me with my niece, and I've never been more angry. I'm like, no, I don't. She's like, do you want to talk to your niece? I'm like, no, I'm not going to talk to just, all it is just that little baby mimicking you, okay? Talking to you is hellish enough, and now I have to hear you, and then you in a baby voice is a nightmare. And then she's like, no, she wants to talk to you. I'm like, no, she doesn't want to talk. Let me talk to her when she doesn't shit onto her own ass, okay? When that baby takes a dump and it isn't onto her own butt.
In the whole area? Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, what am I spending my time doing here, okay?
No, that seems like a very fair criteria.
How am I doing on time? I didn't even know. How is there a
light? I guess, yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, that was so fun.
I'm so glad to be here with you.
Yeah, me too. I can talk to you forever. I don't know who's watching, but I really could do this for days with you. Okay, Shalewa, thanks.
Thanks for coming on, Jordan.
All right, you're the best. I'm gonna try and get out of here properly.
Yeah, she'll figure it out. That was Jordan Jensen, everybody. Oh my goodness. She's so funny. So let's see. I'm gonna bring up your next comic, and he's well, you know what? I'll let him explain where he is and why. I think we know why. I don't know if you heard. There's a thing going on. So anyway, he's been on a Tonight Show, and he's about to be here. Please enjoy the comedy stylings of LeClerc Andre. Hi, LeClerc.
Hey, Shalewa, how are you?
Hey, I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm happy. I'm learning a lot about myself in quarantine. How about yourself?
Oh yeah, I don't know if I'm happy with it, but I'm making my peace with it, with what I'm learning.
Are you watching Netflix?
You know, only I'm watching currently Scandal because it's going to be taken off of Netflix in like a week and a half. And I stopped at some point and I couldn't remember why until I started watching again. And I'm remembering why. It is a hot mess and not in a enjoyable way, but it's fine for like when you are sanitizing your kitchen for the third time in a day. It's not bad for background noise, but otherwise I'm only watching Law and Order almost exclusively.
I started watching that Tiger King documentary. I don't know why we call everything a documentary now. It's like there used to be like professionalism towards documentaries.
Right.
But yeah, I watched it, and I'm a guy, I used to complain a lot about diversity in Hollywood. And then I saw Tiger King, I was like, y'all can have that. I don't think I don't think Black people want to be a part of any of that. Yeah, I've been watching that. I watched Love is Blind. That's unfortunate.
I meant to start it. I thought about it, and then I was like, what are we doing?
It's just people are making really bad decisions. And that's before quarantine. Like they were risking it all with no COVID out there. They were just let me just get married to a stranger. I'm like, all right, good luck. It's gonna be televised.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think it's been really, really rough, man. I've learned that I can eat a whole loaf of bread in a day. I didn't know that I had such little discipline, but yeah, I'm just eating French toast, peanut butter jelly sandwiches, not caring about my body. It's been unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on that stimulus check, though. I can't wait for that to come. Have you gotten paid?
No, I have not. And I'm sure I should be looking into it. But then someone said it had something to do with like when you pay taxes, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I just lay low?
Yeah, my boy bought some AirPods with his stimulus money. He sleeps on an air mattress, and he bought AirPods. He can't afford AC. He bought AirPods with stimulus money.
Oh wow! Does he still have both of them? Because I'm pretty sure he's going to lose one within a month.
If you lose one, throw them away. You know how expensive it is to buy just one pod? He's going to need another stimulus check just to buy one pod. They are so expensive. It's such a bad. Oh yeah, but it's been okay, man. I'm happy to be out of New York City. I'm in Austin, Texas now.
Okay.
I'm a refugee. And I'm starting to say things I thought I would never say. Like the other day, I was like, "Man, I missed the MTA." That's a mistake, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think you mean that. You can't.
Nobody really misses the MTA, but I do really miss the MTA, honestly, because I've been on worse public transport. Like I've been on the bus in Haiti, the country Haiti, and they let goats, like actual goats, on the bus. So I think the MTA is a little bit better than that. The bus out here I haven't taken it, but it doesn't look bad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just being on the subway. I remember taking the subway right before I came out here, and it was already during the pandemic. And a guy got on, and I had missed riding the train so much that I was like listening to the panhandler like nostalgically. Is that a weird thing? I was like, oh man, I miss panhandling, right? And I reached in my pocket. I was gonna give him money, and he was like, you know, this could happen to you. And I put it back in my pocket. I realized that like it's hard out here. It's really I'm gonna save that money that I was thinking about giving to him. But I do miss it, man. I'm quarantined with my wife, which is a good thing.
No. Why did it take you so long to say it was a good thing?
It's difficult. Like that. This will test the relationship. I've seen people put cats out, so I can imagine. Like it's been tough, but she's great. She's a teacher. She's been working hard. I've been married for like maybe 8 months or so. And she's
Okay.
starting to think that she's a comedian. That's how it works. Like you
Yeah.
date a person so long, they think they can do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
She's been trying to help me with my comedy, which is unfortunate. Have you ever had like a boyfriend try to help you with a joke? They write a joke for you?
I've dated men who certainly thought they were funnier. And so I just let them think it for a little while.
You let them have that?
Let them have it. It's adorable.
My wife wrote a joke for me to tell on stage. Do you want to hear it?
Absolutely.
It's you have to be kind to her. She's trying. This is a joke my wife wrote for me to do on stage. It goes, I just got married, and I love being in a loving, committed, faithful relationship. It's much better than when I was single, dating whores. She's writing in my voice. She wants me to say this.
I mean, in a way, I think she got you.
Yeah, she's trying. She follows that up with saying, anyway, you can follow me on Instagram at LeClerc Andre, but don't send me inappropriate messages. My wife wouldn't appreciate that, and she will find you. Seriously, don't even think about it. Also, fellas, you can follow me as well. That doesn't make you gay. I don't know why she put that part. I don't think it's homophobic. And she says, and if you are gay, you can follow me too. But if you slide in my DMs, just know you're wasting your time. Yes, I know I love figure skating, but I only like women. One in particular, my wife. Okay.
Okay. Well, she's built quite a chunk about your wife.
Yeah,
Sure.
She's a big supporter of promoting herself in my stand-up. She wants people to know. I started going to church online. That's fun.
Online church.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not good, but it's it's fun. My pastor follows me on social media, which is cool.
Okay. Is it?
Message after church service on Sunday, and the message was on Venmo. It was just a picture of Jesus in a hand. And I was like, is that tithes? You want me to pay tithes? Is that what you're doing? You're reaching out for tithes. But yeah, it's.
I'm glad they've stepped it up to Venmo now.
Yeah, Venmo. He found me on Venmo. He doesn't follow me on Instagram, but he found me on Venmo.
Won't he do it?
Yeah, he will. Won't he do it? Yes. Oh man. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to New York though. It's been hard out here in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning a lot about the Texas folk out here. They are good, God-fearing people.
Okay.
There used to be a thing where you used to bless, like if you sneeze, someone would say, God bless you. I sneezed in front of a person the other day. He was like, what the fuck, nigga? And I was like, all right, I thought you were gonna say God bless me, but it's like that out here now.
Yeah.
When will this be over, Shalewa?
I don't know. I hope soon, but I also really, I haven't had a bra on in what are we doing?
Yeah.
They definitely have a mind of their own. So they, they're in no rush. And I kind of have to pay attention to what they want.
Yeah. Do you live by yourself?
No, I have a roommate, and I'm very lucky in that we've been friends for a long time, or at least as long as I've been doing comedy. So I guess I've known him about 9 years or so, 8 or 9 years. And we met on Tumblr, talking comedy stuff on Tumblr. And just the other day, I turned to him in the kitchen and I said, who'd have thunk when we met on Tumblr that we would become roommates during a pandemic? Who'd have thunk that we would be stuck together.
People meet on Tumblr?
Yeah, well, in a way, like if you see someone's account and you kind of like what they're doing, you follow, maybe.
Right.
And so I guess I was probably talking about doing comedy a good bit, and he I probably just looked up. He's younger than me, so he knows how to work search functions and things that I don't, where I'm just sitting here like, well, I don't know. How do you? And he's like, there's Google. So he probably just looked up like Atlanta comedy and found me.
Right.
And he sent me a message like about doing comedy in Atlanta, like what is it like and all of that kind of thing. And I answered it publicly because I thought, oh, look, a fan.
Right.
And so then we just kind of talked that way, you know, about comedy type stuff. And then he made a trip after a year of that. He was from Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, and he made a trip to Atlanta to see what it was like. And I met him in person and saw him on stage, and he was actually funny. And I was like, oh, okay, no, I'll publicly say now that I'm friends with him, because you know you gotta be careful with that. You know what I mean? You can't be vouching. I can't just vouch for you.
Yeah.
I need to know you're funny. But he went up in a wild room and got him soft-spoken and got him immediately. And I was like, that's my friend, you know, like that kind of thing. And so we did like things together in Atlanta and all this stuff. And then he moved here a couple of years ago, and he moved in, and yeah, so we're just like two grumpy old men living together, which is wild.
Yeah. Usually when you meet people online, those stories don't pan out. So
they do not pan out.
Yeah, you hit the jackpot. You guys are friends and roommates.
Yeah. So, and that's the other thing, is I was just friends. At no point have I wanted, the boy he's a babe. I don't want to, you know what I mean? So there's no like romantic thing or anything like that. It's just strictly, I'm like, well, if he accidentally sees a titty, I won't feel bad. And he will accidentally see a titty. Again, I have not worn a bra since we started calling this thing the Rona.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah. Man. Well, congratulations to you. That's a victory. That's a big win.
Yeah. Wait. Your dog.
Yeah. Apollo.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a dog. He's here with me in Texas.
Okay.
It's going to be hard to bring him back to New York. He has a big backyard here to run around. And he sprained his ankle.
How?
I don't know. He was just running around. He started limping. I'd rather see a person get hit by a bus than see a dog limp. It is the saddest thing.
It really is.
So yeah, he has a limp. He's been walking with a limp, but he's recovering, and I'm hoping that he gets better, because he has a long ride back to New York when we get back. So it's so sad. I'm not gonna lie, Shalewa. When I see like you ever see like a three-legged dog? I will stop in the street. It's the saddest thing. To see an injured dog. I can't do it. So now I have this injured pup, and I'm so sad. I'm so sad about it.
Yeah, but he's gonna get so much ass.
He'll try. He's
you
not.
Know
really
what I mean?
Shalewa. He really is not.
He's not what?
He likes big female dogs, and that's it. Any other dogs, he's very aggressive.
Oh, okay. But otherwise, female dogs.
Yeah, big female dogs, he'll hump all day, but like a little female dog, he's not with it.
As a big female dog, I approve. Let him at it. Let little Limpy go at it. Absolutely.
We all have our preferences.
We all do. Well, thanks so much. Thanks for coming on.
Shalewa, it was just nice seeing your face. I hope you stay healthy and stay well, and hopefully we'll give each other a big distance hug when this
distance hug from and you be careful out there in Austin. I hear they keep trying to keep it weird out there.
They are.
And that means lots of things to lots of people.
Yeah.
Thanks. That was LeClerc Andre, everybody. Oh, it's so nice to see him. So we've got one more comic for you, and it's a doozy. He's just joined us, and I want to say where he is or where he's from, but then again, I also don't want to put people's business out in the street. Now is not the time, you know. But I do hope that you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, and you're certainly going to enjoy our last comic of the evening. Please welcome Jared Logan to the Zoom stage. Jared, are you there? Oh, it's moving. There he is. Wait, you're still muted. Nah, one more time. There you are.
How about now?
I can hear you.
Are we good?
We're good.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Hi, Shalewa.
How you doing?
Good. I'm glad you're staying. I was afraid you were gonna like disappear, and then it was gonna look like when I did the show. I was like, I specifically request that Shalewa leave, but I would prefer if you stayed on with me.
No, it's great.
This is great because I really like performing this way because I've always said that the one big problem with stand-up comedy is the audience.
Right.
And it's nice to kind of eliminate that thing that's kind of holding you back the whole time.
Absolutely.
So let's get into it. I squirted for the first time recently. That was something that's happened to me. Have you ever squirted, Shalewa? Is that weird for me to ask?
No, actually it comes up in conversation all the time.
Yeah. I've been enjoying quarantine.
Yeah, it's
like,
not bad.
Aside from the loss of life of millions of people, I'm really liking it.
Yeah.
I will say I was the performance, we got to figure that out a little bit, because like I didn't even know New York shows, you get into the thing differently than the LA shows. It's even now with Zooms, it's different. I don't know.
Really?
That's why it took me a second. So I apologize. And also I found out I was last on the show and I'm really upset because I should have masturbated.
Oh, yeah.
Because my wife and daughter are out of the house and it would have been, I had time to masturbate and I didn't masturbate.
Yeah.
But one of the nice things, another thing that's like good about quarantine is you can masturbate right before you do something important. Like I masturbated right before a job interview the other day and I got the job. So
that takes care of nerves.
Exactly. Totally. So like, I think once quarantine is over, guys, if you're out there listening, like when you go to a job interview, find a janitor's closet, find a quiet restroom and, and that goes for ladies too. Just like, touch yourself until you ejaculate, until you squirt.
Until you squirt.
Yeah. I've gone for the I own books background. That lets you know that I own books. You like to check out people's books when you walk into their home or apartment, or?
I do now because no one has CDs anymore. I used to check out your CD collection.
Right, and now, well, you used to also be able to check out their DVD collection, but I believe that's even gone too now.
Yeah.
So now you have to check. I love it when you check out someone's books and the books that they own are a separate piece. To Kill a Mockingbird, The Great Gatsby, Where the Red Fern Grows. And you're like, oh, this guy's really into required reading.
Right.
He loves reading as long as it's mandated by an authority figure. That's what I always love that. Well, this world is such a weird world. I feel like we're kind of stuck between two poles. Like, my friends are like all these like liberal Los Angelinos who just spend all day mask shaming people on Twitter.
Right.
Do you know what I mean by mask shaming? Like they're just like all on Twitter. Like if your mask is below your nose, you are murdering my grandma. And I don't think that that's true. I think that you should be able to wear your mask a little to the side to show that you're cool. Right?
Yes, a gangster lean.
What's that?
A gangster lean to your mask.
A little gangster lean. Yeah, all of my friends are like, if you touch your face, you hate black people. And I'm like, I don't think that that's true. Sometimes it gets hot in there. I don't know. The thing that fucking pisses me off about the modern world is just because we have the internet now, we're all supposed to know everything all the time. And a lot of us pretend right now that we were all in infectious immunologists, disease specialists, and we're not. But then, like, if you're not that person, the other side of the fucking coin is you are that guy in full camo who is storming the Michigan Capitol. Did you see that guy?
Yeah.
He was missing. You were talking about how you lost a tooth.
Uh-huh.
Well, his was a prominent tooth, the ones that he was missing. Incisors, the stuff you don't want to lose, right? Why does that guy always look like that? He always looks like someone you'd be afraid of catching a disease from if it wasn't a pandemic. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, I'm probably not going to get too close to that guy. It looks like he has a cold.
Right.
And, it's just like a face that just screams hunting accident with alcohol involved. It's like you're not allowed to be in the middle. You're not allowed to be one, or you have to be one or the other. You have to mask shame people, or you have to storm the Capitol. I don't know. I tell you, I'm so sick of quarantine. I'm this close to becoming the fucking no tooth fucking armed camo guy. I am.
It really just takes one bad trip to a grocery store before you.
Right, exactly. I think he's making a lot of good points, and he's starting to make a lot of sense to me. But I mean, I think that we have to really stay positive. The world isn't in as bad a shape as that we think it is, Shalewa. Like, all we have to do is cure COVID, then win the election.
Right.
With someone other than the presumptive nominee, and then fix climate change. And we're fine if we can just do all of those things.
It's such a short list.
It's no problem, right? And I will say, even if we're not able to do the last one, fix climate change, okay, so climate change is happening. It does happen. It continues to happen. We're going to lose some of the coasts. Okay, bright side of that, Shalewa, we don't need all of those coasts, right? There's a lot. Myrtle Beach, we don't need that. We can lose all of Florida, and we will be better for it. And, San Diego, they're not hurting, but they're not helping. It's very smash mouth down there. So I say, get rid of them too. And maybe once we all have to live in Kansas together, we'll finally have a discussion,
Okay, yeah.
Once the Republicans and Democrats are all roommates in Kansas with a chore wheel, maybe we'll finally, be able to come to grips with some of this stuff. But I don't know. It's hard for me because I have a daughter, and I kind of we had her, we planned her and had sex and had her. That's the weird thing is when you're in I've been married to my wife for 5 years, and when people ask you if you're trying with your wife, they're like, "Are you guys trying? Are you trying to have a baby?" What they're really asking is, "Are you and your wife fucking?" And we fucked while we knew that climate change was a thing. And if you asked us well, what is your, plan for that? It was that was it. And I've had people at parties, when I tell them I have a daughter, go, "Well, what about climate change?" Well, Jesus Christ. How do you even fucking answer that? I was just well, we didn't need her to live forever. We just wanted to have the baby. I don't know what to say to them, but I tell you, it's going to be hard to discipline her if we keep polluting the planet. You know what I mean? If she comes to me and she got a D on her test, and I'm very disappointed that you got a D on this test. She can be like, "I'm disappointed I have to wear a respirator outside." And I'll be like, "Touche. You don't have to go to school anymore." But maybe a kid that was totally raised in a climate change world would find that fun, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, because you get to live on a boat. Dad drinks his own pee. You go fishing every day. That could be fun for a kid who's never had anything else, right?
That's true. If adventure is all that they know, what's the problem?
hey, I'm choosing to look at the bright side. My kid is going to be a post-apocalyptic Huckleberry Finn. I'm looking at the bright side of it. All right. Well, I don't know what else to say. Except that I've really enjoyed spending some time with you.
Yeah, it's so good to see you.
Yeah, I can tell one last story. I guess there's time for one last story.
Absolutely.
When my daughter was born, we were in the hospital last year, and they did this thing, as soon as a baby is born, they do something called skin to skin. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Yeah. It's where the baby has to immediately, they say, like be held against the mother's naked body, skin to skin. Because if you don't do that, the baby becomes a serial killer.
Right. Yes.
So my daughter was born, and when the baby comes out, they have a lot of shit on them, and I mean that completely literally. There is literally feces on them when they come out.
Right.
So they took this baby, and then there's other things too, all kinds of goops. Nickelodeon gack is on them. The green slime from You Can't Do That on Television. All of the things are on them. And they took this baby covered in all this stuff, and they started to put it against my wife, and they were like skin to skin. And my wife was like, I'm good. A little background on my wife. She is an outrageous piece of shit. So she was like, I don't want to touch it. And they were like, you have to, or it will be Jeffrey Dahmer. And they put it against her. But then there was a complication. There was a complication with the birth, and not to get scary or anything. Everything turned out fine. But if it were the 1800s, I would be a widower, and I would be putting an ad in the paper for a new wife. Luckily it was 2019. But there was like blood everywhere, and things were going crazy, and nurses were running in, and they had to take the baby away from my wife. And then they turned to me, the nurses, the 4 female nurses, and they were like, skin to skin? But they asked the way like a waitress asks when she's like, wants to know if you want like Parmesan, but she doesn't want to go get the shit. Do you know what I mean? They were like, skin to skin? And I was like, I guess I have to save my baby. And I took my shirt off, and I held my newborn daughter against my naked chest in front of 4 female nurses and a female OBGYN. And I held her there, and I got to tell you, it felt really good, and it really flipped something in my head, and it's made me more positive and more optimistic about the future ever since then. It cured some of my depression. I swear to God, I held her there. But then she tried to start drinking from my teat, and I was like, okay, put her in an incubator or something, because she's getting confused. And I don't want her to end up all topsy-turvy.
Right.
But that's the story. And so I guess what I'm saying is, if you're feeling depressed or you're lacking hope out there, impregnate a human woman and have a baby and raise it.
Yeah. Okay. That seems doable.
I think all of us can get that done.
Yeah. Yeah. What else are we doing?
All right. Let's win that election with someone other than the presumptive nominee, and then fix climate change.
Thanks so much for coming by, Jared.
Thank you, Shalewa. I love talking to you, or talking at you.
Yes. Right.
Thank you.
That was Jared Logan, everybody. And that was it. That was Whiplash. We did it. We did it. Oh Lord, we did it. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll be coming at you again. Lord willing, my cat will again sleep all the way through it. None of you woke up my cat. I'm not saying try harder, but try harder. Thanks again for joining us. Thanks to Littlefield for hosting us, and we will see you soon.